Are you a worrier or you're always worried about something?
So we ask the universe, how do we stop worrying?
Welcome to this episode of What's the Universe Say About That?
I'm Mary Obana, and along with my husband Michael, we ask the universe for answers. You see, I'm blessed with this beautiful gift where I get quiet and I can connect with the loving guidance of the universe.
So today, you'll see and hear Mary connect directly to that divine guidance and hear the words of wisdom flow directly through her in response to questions about life and the challenges we all face at certain times.
So welcome to our home.
And welcome to this now normal, but always amazing part of our daily lives. So sit back, get ready, and let's hear what the universe has to say about that.
Let's do it.
So if you turn on the news today or read the paper, it's just a lot of stuff to worry about.
Mm.
And then you've got all your own personal stuff. You've got maybe your kids or your parents or friends. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's life. But a lot of people, again, I've been guilty of this as well, is a lot of people can spend a lot of time worrying.
Mm.
They see the future coming and they're not necessarily sure they like what they see, or you've heard the term awfulizing. They awfulize everything.
Yeah. And they spend more time worrying than
Yeah.
not worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think a really just practical question. I can tell you worrying, it's almost like an addiction. You kind of need to do it, or you feel you need to do it, but it doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought a really good practical piece of advice we could ask is, how do you stop worrying?
Yeah.
So,
Great question.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
Let's do it.
right. Here we go. Yes. Worry. It is something that every human in the material world has experienced. And worry is not a wanted emotion. Worry seems to blanket your very being. And sometimes people can think that worrying is caring, that they are caring so much, they love so much, which is why they worry. You see, the human experience is one that is innately entwined. Every person is meant to connect with others, to be in relationship with others, to care for others, to love for others, to exchange experiences with others. This is, after all, the greatest part of the human experience. But when you find yourself in a state of worry, this is about trying to control that which you cannot. Worry is a projection into the future. Worry is awfulizing, as you have said, all the things that can go wrong in the future. But you see, worry is an artifact of the mind. You cannot be in the future without your mind. The future is an illusion. The future is not real. The future is not here. The future is not present in the now. Worry is projecting yourself to the future, projecting those you love to the future, worrying what will happen if they don't do this, if they do this, any number of scenarios that the mind plays out. You recognize that if you did not go through this scenario planning, there would be no worry. If you did not take energy projecting, trying to predict or consider the future, you would not worry. Does this mean that you should not plan for the future, that you should not take action to mitigate any unwanted things in the future? No, this is not what we mean. But typically worry happens when you are focusing on others, other circumstances, other news, other people. All these things outside of you are the things that generate worry. And then you might say, no, it's worry about myself. About what? About a future time where you may not feel you have enough. A future time where you might worry about not having a state of health. A future time where you worry that you will be lonely. A future time that someone you love, you will be without. You've heard by so many this notion of the present, this notion of the now. Why is it so important to focus on the now? The importance of focusing on that which is right in front of you is important because it is the only thing that is real. It is the only thing that is here. It is the only thing that does not require the mind to be. The now is the only thing that is. And the now is the only thing that you can affect. Focusing your energy on what is right in front of you is all you can do. Mary recalls working with a client. This was in the time of COVID, and she was so afraid of getting COVID. And she was running a business and admitted that she was driving everyone crazy, making sure everyone was separating. They were wearing their masks. They were washing their hands. So much worry, so much stress. And Mary asked her, why is it she worries so much? And she said, I'm so afraid. And Mary asked, of what? And she said, of not being healthy. She was so feared not being healthy. Her every action was focused on the worry. But then Mary asked, are you healthy now? And she said, yes. So she said, Mary said, so you are healthy now, and everything you want is right now, but you are spending every moment now worrying about something that isn't. You see, this is an illustration of what happens when you spend energy worrying. Most times people worry about something that is not happening, that has not happened. And what they want is for that not to happen. And where they are is in a state of that not happening. So everything they want is right now. But they spend their energy focusing on what isn't. Worry is an energy of fear. And as we will always say many times, when you are focused on an energy of love, you cannot have an energy of fear. When you focus on appreciation, when you are focused on optimism, when you fill yourself with possibility and gratitude, you are not focused on all that can go wrong, on all the fear, on all the anxiety, on all the angst, because you see, these energies cannot be present simultaneously. Why is it that people say, focus on the gratitude? There is so much to this. When you focus on the gratitude, your energy is of a higher vibration. When you're focused on the gratitude, you cannot feel the fear. So, worry. Worry is something of the mind. Worry is not real. It is not real in the way that it is not happening right now. What it is you fear is not in the present moment. If what you fear was in the present moment, you would be exerting your energy on addressing what is in the present moment. And in this way, you are able to affect your reality. Focusing on that which is, focusing on all that is, focusing on the bounty of what is how to relieve the worry. And this does not mean that you don't care for those you would have otherwise been worried about. It means you focus the energy on the love. You focus the energy on things going right. You focus the energy on their ability to walk their own journey, their ability to navigate their own journey, to have agency over their own journey, to choose in their own journey. Let them be them and love them. And you are best served to focus your energy on that which serves you.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is one of those messages that half of my brain totally gets. And then the other side of my brain is saying, but what about, but what about, but what about? It's putting that wisdom into practice. And I'll give you an example. I could see it more worrying about other people, and then not, and focusing more on letting them be them. I get that. Let's take an example of someone who is worried about paying the bills in a couple of weeks, the end of the month. And they look at their checkbook, they don't have enough money, and that's the present reality. And they worry of how they're going to meet an obligation, a bill, or
Mm.
whatever it is in the
Mhm.
future.
Mhm.
Um,
We understand this question.
okay.
We understand this question. We understand this worry about an upcoming bill that you feel you might be unprepared to pay. But you see, worrying about the future does not help. You change that future. Focusing the energy in the moment on doing something, taking action. Taking action is what you can do in the present moment. You cannot take action on a future time which is not here. You can take action in the present moment. So if there is an upcoming bill, you are best served to take action. What are the things you can do now? Are there ways for you to generate more money in the now? Is there a call you can make to that credit card company to discuss your circumstance? What action can you take now, knowing of this future obligation that is coming? Worrying about the future will not change anything. Doing something in the moment can. You see, doing something in the moment is the only thing that changes the outcome of the future. Sitting idly, worrying, taking no action will only create a realization of all that you fear. We do not discount this real concern, this unwanted feeling, this feeling that you cannot meet an obligation that you must. But to worry about it will not serve your highest good. Focusing your energy instead on doing something, taking action. We are not suggesting that money can suddenly appear out of nowhere, but you would be surprised what can come when you focus your energy on solving the problem, preparing for the problem rather than worrying about the problem and doing nothing. Does this make sense?
Very much so. Yeah. It's very helpful. It's all about energy.
It is about energy and it is about choice. How do you choose to spend your energy? Energy is a deliberate, it can be and should be a deliberate focus. You always get to choose how and what type of energy you allow yourself to experience. The energy will always define the experience. If you have a low energy of fear, your experience will be blanketed with fear. If you choose to have an energy looking at what is possible, the experience is markedly different. You get to choose where you put your energy, and it is that choice that defines the experience. You have more control over your experience than you think.
Thank you.
It is always a delight.
Very helpful.
We hope so.
Well,
Hmm.
it was a good one, as always.
Mm,
That was super practical.
yeah.
It's
You can feel what that feels like, just
the worry or
the
the other.
worry
Yeah,
and how it can consume you and how it is just you just playing out these different things
yeah,
that you worry about happening.
yeah. This one is one of those difficult concepts because it goes. If you're a worrier, this goes against every instinct you have. Your
Mm,
mind is built or wired for worrying,
mhm,
and this requires you to. It's a practice. It's
mm,
gonna require you to constantly check back into
mhm,
where I'm at right now.
mhm.
It's going from the future fear
Yeah,
to the present. And
yeah.
the reason I asked that question is it can feel very like passive. Like,
To
hey,
not
don't
worry?
to not worry. Like,
Um,
hey, don't worry about it. I can't pay the bills this month. Don't worry about it. And they were pretty clear.
that's not what they were
That's
saying.
not what they were saying at all.
They were saying take action.
Yeah, yeah.
Take action.
And not only take action, but if you shift your energy towards the possibilities,
Yeah.
that gets back to trusting in the unknown. Things can happen that you never would have ever planned on or prepared for. There's just the possibilities. Our minds are very narrow.
Mhm.
Our views are very narrow. And that energy shift, taking action, practical energy shift, open yourself up to the unknown and trust. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, um, the and by the way, and along the way, it feels a lot better than to be taking action and doing something about
Yeah.
versus
Well,
just kind of feeling like you're a victim of it and you're just waiting for it to
well,
happen or waiting for
the action helps relieve the worry.
yeah,
It's like
completely.
if you're depressed, they say exercise
Yeah,
and you feel better.
right,
Action relieves worry. So it
right.
has double
Yeah.
double
You
positive
feel better
benefit.
along the way.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel better and
And
the
your
outcome is
outcome's
better.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's really amazing how the mind can be, and I think that the you said it takes practice. I think it's also the just being conscious of like, oh wait, I'm worrying right now. And
yeah.
sometimes it's you're not being you were so in it that it's hard
Yeah.
to
I love that last part where it says you have more control than you think. They're talking about control over not only over your future,
yeah.
but control over your mind.
Yeah. Completely.
Self-control.
Yeah.
You have much more control than you think.
Yeah.
Um,
And how that energy and that decision that you make changes everything.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it defines the experience.
yeah.
So anyway, always, it's always so amazing and beautiful.
I can never trip them up on a question.
I know. You try.
I
Try as
try.
you might. Try as you might.
I try. I got all the questions up in here. So,
Yeah.
well,
All
great.
right.
Thank you.
Well, let's put the worry away, shall we?
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us today. And
Till next time.
until next time,
Take it easy.
bye.